I want to start today with a challenge. It's a classic puzzle known as the 9 dots puzzle. Here's how it works. Here we have 9 dots arranged in a 3x3 grid. Your challenge is to connect all 9 dots using only 4 straight, continuous lines. Sounds simple enough, right? I'll give you a moment to try it. How did everyone do? Was it easy? Was it frustrating? Many of you may have gotten stuck doing something like this. However, the solution, for those who haven't solved it yet, is that the lines must extend outside the box of the grid. So, why am I showing you this puzzle? Because it perfectly illustrates an idea I want to explore today. Thinking outside the box. Both literally and metaphorically, this puzzle challenges us to go beyond the obvious boundaries. And that's what I like to call the puzzle perspective. It's about approaching life's challenges with creativity and finding new possibilities where others see limitations. Today, I want to share with you how powerful puzzles can be in our lives and how we can use a puzzle perspective to approach life's challenges in more innovative and effective ways. Growing up, like many of us, my first introduction to puzzles came in the form of shape sorters and jigsaws. But what really sparked my love for puzzles was my very first escape room at age 4. From seeing black light reveal calculations on the walls, to using keys to unlock the handcuffs connecting my mom and I, it was the first time a puzzle felt like there were real consequences to getting it wrong, but also a rewarding sense of achievement when I finally got it right. Since then, I've completed over 100 escape rooms and puzzle hunts, each one teaching me something new, from persistence to teamwork. Puzzles have always been, and still are, a huge part of my life. It wasn't until I came across an article about the cognitive benefits of puzzles that things really clicked. I realized puzzles aren't just about having fun. They can make us better thinkers, collaborators, and problem solvers. At their core, puzzles are challenges that stretch our mental capabilities. They can be a game, an experience, or even a real-world issue that requires a solution. And they're more prominent in daily life than most people realize. For example, navigating a maze of rush hour traffic, or assembling your schedule so all the pieces fit. Puzzles are everywhere, and how we approach these situations can be shaped by applying a puzzle perspective. In fact, the connection between puzzles and their benefits has been appreciated by people for thousands of years. As far back as 250 BC, the Greek mathematician Archimedes invented the first known puzzle, the stomachion, a puzzle organizing 14 shapes with over 500 unique solutions. Fast forward over 1,000 years later, and puzzles continue to play an important role, as seen with the Enigma code during World War II, the cipher puzzle invented by Germans to encrypt strategic messages that was cracked by the Allies, leading to one of the most important victories of the war. Solving puzzles, in this case, changed the course of history. I want to give everyone a moment to try and solve this rebus puzzle. The challenge is to use the given pictures or words to decode a hidden phrase. Go ahead and give it a try. Now, for those of you who weren't able to solve it, here's the answer. The phrase is ideas that echo. And let me break it down for you. We start with a person with a light bulb above their head, the symbol for an idea, and add an S. Together, that gives us ideas. Next, we see the letter T and a hat. T plus hat equals that. Finally, we see someone yelling hello into a mountain, and the word gets smaller and smaller. When we yell into a mountain or canyon, our voice bounces back, creating an echo, which repeats and fades as it travels. Now, for those of you who were able to solve it, How does that feel? Pretty satisfying, right? That's because when we solve puzzles, our brains reward us with a small dose of dopamine, the happiness hormone released when we experience something enjoyable, like eating a delicious meal or accomplishing a goal. Studies, like one published in the journal Human Brain Mapping, show that solving a puzzle activates areas of the brain that release dopamine. This eureka moment is one of the many reasons humans enjoy these mental challenges. But puzzles do more than just satisfy these instincts. They also strengthen our cognitive skills and keep our brains sharp. Let's dive into the fascinating ways puzzles enhance our cognitive abilities. Puzzles stimulate the brain to reinforce neural connections and even form new ones, strengthening neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt with new experiences. Studies, like one published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, showed that solving a puzzle contributes to these neural connections, wiring our brain to improve its cognitive functions. One of the cognitive functions puzzles enhance is decision-making, through sharpening our trial and error strategies. For example, when solving a Sudoku puzzle, we have to experiment with possible solutions and then refine our approach based on what works and what doesn't. The process of trial and error helps you refine your plans, much like how puzzles teach us to adjust our approach and keep pushing forward until we find the right solution. Solving puzzles also enhances our brain's pattern recognition, essential in processing information to make sense of the world. Most of us have probably seen some form of these number recognition puzzles. Take a moment to try and figure out the pattern. This famous sequence has a fairly simple pattern, where each number is the result of the two previous numbers being added together. The practice of recognizing patterns, like the simple number sequence we just saw, is a crucial part of human life. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, pattern recognition was critical in predicting how the virus would spread. Researchers analyzed infection patterns to forecast its trajectory across Europe, providing vital information for health and economic policies that were key to slowing the spread of the virus. In addition, working on puzzles requires holding and updating multiple pieces of information in your brain simultaneously. Most of us have probably played one of these matching games. Puzzles like these strengthen short-term memory, which is crucial not only in puzzle solving, but also in learning and decision-making. Even more importantly, these effects on memory carry out throughout life. A recent study published in the Journal of Geriatrics looked at over 10,000 participants and concluded that mental exercises, such as crosswords and similar puzzles, were associated with a 9% reduction in the risk of dementia. But puzzles aren't just about cognitive benefits for individuals. Just as importantly, they also offer larger benefits for society as a whole. Take the classic prisoner's dilemma puzzle. Two individuals arrested for a crime must choose to either cooperate with their partner by staying silent or to betray them by confessing. If one prisoner betrays the other, the betrayer goes free while the other serves 20 years. If both betray, they serve 10 years each. If both stay silent, they each serve only 1 year. The solution to this puzzle lies in working together, as both individuals achieve the best result when their goals align, rather than when they compete. A real-life example of this was the Cold War arms race, where the US and the Soviet Union faced a similar dilemma. Compete by stockpiling arms to gain an advantage, or cooperate by limiting nuclear weapons for mutual benefit. Distrust led both sides to betray, resulting in a dangerous arms race instead of a safer, cooperative solution. This situation echoes the lessons we learn from puzzles like escape rooms or puzzle hunts, which emphasize the importance of teamwork and cooperation. Just as collaboration would have led to a better outcome in the Cold War, working together often yields better results than competition. In our world, where we are constantly balancing individual goals with group success, these principles of cooperation and collaboration are essential. In fact, research has shown that puzzles like escape rooms and puzzle hunts are more than just fun diversions, but can be used as an educational tool. A study published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, focusing on escape rooms as an unconventional method of teaching, illustrated how they can improve learning by boosting collaboration, helping group members share ideas and reach agreements. This puzzle-based learning allows knowledge to grow naturally in a relaxed, enjoyable atmosphere, an improvement over the traditional classroom environment. In a similar way, puzzles are not only beneficial education tools, but can also serve the greater societal goal of improving female participation in underrepresented fields, such as science and engineering. Last year, I had the opportunity to participate in Integrals, an initiative aimed at encouraging young women to engage with STEM. Integrals innovatively uses puzzles to foster problem-solving skills that can help women thrive in STEM careers and develop a love and passion for the sciences, like they did for me. Puzzles are a unique way for people to interact in person, face-to-face, in an increasingly digital world. While most of us, unfortunately, are attached to our phones most of the day, nothing beats solving that scavenger hunt in person with your friends, or physically holding and placing that last piece to a jigsaw puzzle. In this way, puzzles give us a chance for actual human interaction, requiring conversation, listening, and patience. Finally, let's take a look at this classic optical illusion puzzle. Do you see an old woman or a young woman? Most of us automatically and quickly see one or another. Changing your perspective on this puzzle gives you a different answer. Much like in life, by changing how we look at problems, we can find entirely new solutions. Puzzles also help bridge gaps between generations and cultures, bringing diverse groups and these varied perspectives together. There are all kinds of international puzzling communities, like the World Jigsaw Puzzle Championships and the International Association for Games and Puzzles, that bring people together from across the globe, bonded by their shared love for puzzling. And puzzles even unite people on a more personal level, within families and friends. I know firsthand how nightly Spanish wordle puzzles with my grandmothers have given me a priceless opportunity to connect across barriers of age and language. Each evening, the challenge becomes more than just a game. It's a chance to laugh, share memories, and learn together. In closing, the benefits we gain from puzzles don't just stay in the world of games. They echo into various aspects of our lives. Life, in many ways, is like a puzzle, where we're constantly trying to find solutions to everything around us, from finances to careers to relationships. There's a famous quote by legendary producer Quincy Jones: "I don't have problems, I have puzzles." I encourage you to adopt this puzzle perspective, seeing the world as a series of puzzles to solve rather than obstacles to overcome. You can start small by incorporating puzzles into your daily life. Whether it's a crossword, a jigsaw, or even a problem at work, embrace the challenge to keep your mind active and see problems from a fresh point of view. The next time you face a challenge, apply a puzzle perspective. And don't be afraid to think outside the box. Thank you.